So, how's your summer season going? I've been having fun with a lot of shows that I knew I'd like entering the season, and I found some shows that are big surprises too. You know, those shows that didn't catch your eye too much at first, but ended up being one of the favourites in the season. But we're not here to talk about summer. As much as I'd love to spend time talking about the current season and raving about my favourites, that's gonna have to wait for another day, because today we're talking about, yep, you guessed it, the top 10 most anticipated anime for fall 2021. But hey, before we move on to the big hitters this fall, I'd like to thank Crunchyroll for sponsoring today's video. Crunchyroll, as you may know, is one of the biggest contributors to anime streaming, boasting over 30,000 episodes in their catalogue, both in subs and dubs. Now they're proud to present their newest creation, Fena, Pirate Princess. Fena, Pirate Princess is a Crunchyroll and Adult Swim original created by Production IG, the studio responsible for some fan favourites, including Psycho Pass and Ghost in the Shell. Fena, Pirate Princess is an action-adventure story with a hint of romance. It stars Fena, an orphan who escapes from a life of servitude into an isle of samurai pirates. There, she discovers the truth about her family before taking charge as captain of the samurai crew in a quest to uncover unimaginable treasures. Danger lurks in every corner as she embarks on a high seas adventure to remember. Personally speaking, the show is a big surprise. Why? Well, I was simply blown away by how good everything looks. From the crisp backgrounds to the soundtrack for one of my favourite personal composers, Yuki Kajira, the show's as beautiful as it gets in the production department. It's the perfect fit for such an upbeat and exciting story about a badass heroine. It started airing on August the 14th, so go and watch the first episode right now. Let's embark on an epic journey across the high seas together, and I hope that you'll enjoy watching this show. Crunchyroll also grants a 14-day free trial of their premium membership, so what are you waiting for? Follow the link in the description, sign up, and start watching anime. Oh, and before we get back to the main video, I'd like to give you a preview of the show with this trailer. Now, let's get on with the show. We kick things off with Tact Op Destiny. Our first show takes us to America in the near future. After a black meteorite fell, creatures called D2 appeared to take over the world, banning the one thing that could defeat them, music, in order to exercise their iron grip on this world. Standing against them are the Musicant, women who hold the power of music, led by the conductor. Now, I'm pretty sure it won't end up like any of the shows, but people have compared it to the Fate series in terms of aesthetics. Personally, Vivi was the first thing that came to my mind because of the music backdrop, along with the premise of a fast-paced action series featuring badass waifus. All in all, it looks more like a commercial for the upcoming smartphone game, but with Mappa manning the helm, I'm sure that we'll get a good one here. I'm really eager to see how this one pans out and if this original anime would kick the Tact Op franchise off with a bang. Ninth on the list is Faraway Paladin.
地獄に落ちて罰せられてでも違った罰なんかじゃないこれはきっと恩寵だ
Paladin's probably the last thing that crosses your mind when you think of William Merryblood. An adventurer raised by 3 undead, he soon feels that there must be more to life than what he has as a resident of the land of the dead. Thus, he goes on his journey, all with the ever-pressing question in his mind. Who am I? So who did he come to be? What mysteries await in this strange land? The road to him being a full-fledged paladin is long, but with it comes a whole slew of secrets that we'll seek to uncover in his journey of self-discovery. Yeah, I tried to hide it when talking about the show, but the faraway paladin is, surprise surprise, an isekai, and probably the best new one we'll be getting this fall. The premise makes it out to be an isekai with a bigger focus on characterization and world building, and those pretty much show the good things that the series has to offer. It also features an overpowered main character, but he's one who carries a lot of emotional burden within him, and it was fun seeing him strive to overcome those in the manga. Overall, a good show to pick up if you're a fan of some isekai and fantasy this fall.
最果てのパラディン2021年10月
Next up, we have Platinum End at 7.
生きることは辛いだけでこの先希望も何にもない
They're back. From the creators of Death Note comes this series looking to make waves in the anime community. Platinum End stars Mirai. Living with abusive relatives, he'd sought to take his own life, but his attempt at doing so gets thwarted by Nase, his guardian angel, who comes to him with another proposition. Why not become God? Thus, Mirai finds himself with supernatural powers and thrust into a battle royale of epic proportions. His goal? Defeat 12 other god candidates within 999 days. In doing so, he'll attain unmatched power that he can only dream of. Platinum End in terms of execution seems to be a big departure from the more cerebral takes that Death Note had. It's also nowhere near the sports manga-like feel that I got from Bakuman. Nevertheless, I found myself completely gripped and excited for the succeeding developments in this battle royale by the creators of 2 series that I've loved. I'm very excited to see those gripping conflicts come to life in anime form, and hope that you check this show out too.
なんだこれ兵士の矢で殺せばいいよこんな簡単に人が死ぬ素敵でしょ
Sixth in line is the 4th season of Data Live.
ならば精霊である私は一体どこへ行くのでしょう
Seeing this gave me a bout of nostalgia. When I was loving these supernatural fantasy harems that were so prevalent early last decade, I didn't think that Data Life would reach a 4th season. In a genre of mostly one and dones, Data Life trudges its way into the current decade with its 4th season, looking to continue Shido's conquest of dating girls, saving the world, and slowly uncovering the mysteries that surround the spacequakes and the existence of spirits. This time, the focus is on 2 new spirits, Nia and Mukuro. What stories await Shido as he continues his quest to save the world through the power of love? Data Life has lived into its 2nd decade, mostly backed by its popularity and the series' uncanny ability to smoothly transition from studio to studio. This will be the 4th season of the show under its 4th studio. Really hoping for a full adaptation of the anime. With how close we are to the ending of the light novel series, the finish line is in sight and business is about to pick up.
さあ私たちのデートを始めましょう
Fifth on the list is Blue Period.
それはあの街で見た
Every season or so, we get these meaningful seinen shows for those who prefer the more down-to-earth topics that anime can shine a bright light on. These tend to be more artistic and or inspirational. For this reason, my pick for that subcategory or archetype is Blue Period. It tells the story of a boy, Yatora, who's bored with the monotony and predictability of his own life. That changes when he stumbles upon the one thing that brings color to his life. Art. Using painting as his medium of conveying his thoughts, he soon grows in love with the craft and looks to pursue it. However, problems await, such as disapproving parents and the complexity of art that most ordinary people don't recognize. Blue Period overall is a very relatable show that deals with scenarios that I'm sure a whole lot of us had gone through or are currently going through. After reading some of it, I also like the series for how it tackles some aspects of art that we rarely see every day, and it does so while giving us some very captivating interactions between characters. Probably not going to be a mainstream hit this season, but it will truly be remembered as a hidden gem.
Blue Period.
The 3rd season of World Trigger is coming, and it's the 4th ranked entry on our list. It's been a long journey since around that midpoint of last decade, but after a dazzling 2nd season just last winter, World Trigger set to return for a 3rd season. Actually, I think the formal term of 3rd season is just a misnomer. You know how these prods just like splitting a core into 2 and calling it half a season? Yeah, that. With the way things are going, we should be seeing the end of the rank wars where this core is done, and it's one of the more anticipated parts of the manga, so I'll be looking forward to see how that gets adapted. Besides the progression of the plot, World Trigger has managed to look better with each season, which is a rarity for most shows and more of a testament of the care being put into its anime adaptation. Just look at some of the fights, including the one that I featured not so long ago. There's a lot to be excited for, especially if you're a World Trigger fan, and we're going to be seeing each other this fall. Third on our list is Gomi Can't Communicate.
留意すべきは苦手とするだけで
関わりを持ちたくないとは思っていないことだ。
Oh, how long I've waited for this. For as long as I can remember, this is one of the series that people have been clamoring for an anime adaptation. Well, 2021 is here to grant you your wish, and Komi-san will finally be appearing in anime form to entertain all of us with her antics. I've been reading the manga as well, and I found myself thoroughly enjoying the dynamic between Komi and Tadano. The meeting and developing friendship between two socially awkward students who turn out to be not so different after all may not seem that unique at first, but Komi-san as a series has executed it so well. I've heard comparisons to series like Kaguya or Horimiya, but Komi-san brings something new to the table that you can all enjoy in anime form this fall. Be sure to check out this hit series that's finally going to get its much-deserved anime.
コミさんはコミ賞です。
They sure kept you waiting, didn't they? Mushoku Tensei's continuation is finally here.
まあいいか。どの道人生積んでたからな。でもせめて童貞くらい卒業したかった。
I still remember the buzz like it was just yesterday. We had people getting so hyped, and everyone eagerly awaited for the continuation to probably one of the best traditional isekai Japan has to offer. Then, delay. The number one enemy of the anime fan. Thankfully, it seems that the team's got all those wrinkles out of the way and we're ready to get the ball rolling. It did take them long enough, but we can finally see the rest of Rudy's adventures with his group in the Demon Continent. Let's all hope that the actual product makes the delay well worth it. Given what the team showed us in the first part of the show, I've got full confidence that they brought their A game in bringing us this next part to the hit series. Knock on wood, but I haven't heard about any production issues or internal drama, so we should be all good. The JoJo train continues with our next entry.
15年私の青春が15年
Better late than never, the latest anime announced in the roster is none other than JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 6, Stone Ocean. After the success of Golden Wind and the franchise in general, Stone Ocean's announcement didn't really come as a surprise. After all, if you've adapted 5 parts already, why not cap it off with the finale of the original continuity? This time, the story's set in 2011, where the spotlight falls on Jolene Kujo, Jotaro's daughter. After she gets framed for murder, Jotaro manages to awaken her stand and tell her of the future, only to have those memories be stolen by Dio's trusty follower, Father Enrico Pucci. Allying herself with inmates and a ragtag bunch of allies, Jolene sets forth to stop Father Pucci. Will she and the group be able to save the world from being remade in Dio's image? What can we say? The promotional material we got looks really awesome and fitting for such a storied franchise, and it's the culmination of an epic saga. It's been a long journey, but it all comes to a head here. With the final battle between Jotaro and Dio rolling to its final conclusion through their spiritual successors, it's a grand ending that any JoJo fan wouldn't want to miss. It's time to settle the generation feud once and for all.
Stone free. 私はこの石の海から自由になる。
We all know it's inevitable. Demon Slayer's getting a second season and is set to take the world by storm this fall. With how much of a runaway success everything Demon Slayer's been, from the TV series, the manga, the movie and everything in between, the second season is just inevitable. I don't think I've seen a phenomenon as big and all-encompassing as this ever since Attack on Titan? More modern stuff that locals compare to the craze like Madoka, SAO or One Punch Man never had that big and all-encompassing of a peak for sure. After the thrilling ride that was Infinity Train, Tanjiro and his ragtag group of allies take to the Red Light District. This time they're sent as assistants for Tengen Uzui, the Sound Pillar who's on a mission to rescue his 3 wives. Facing them is a pair of upper moons who are more than meets the eye. With all those combustible elements converging in the Red Light District, we're set to have a battle royale of insane proportions. Having read the manga, my expectations are sky high, and I fully predict Demon Slayer Season 2 to continue enchanting us with epic action and drama. That ends the list, and if you enjoyed the video, you might want to check out the channel for more anime countdowns. As always, hit that like button if you had fun, and if you're up for supporting ViniiTube for more content, you can always check out the channel's membership options or my Patreon. Don't forget to check out Fenart Pirate Princess on Crunchyroll for free, or try a 14-day free trial of their premium membership. Follow the link in the description to start watching. That's it for today, and I hope to see you on the next list. Thank you for watching, and have fun out there.